This is how our shower automatically dries itself. I knew I wanted a steam shower for our primary bathroom, but along with that comes a lot of moisture, which leads to mold and mildew. And when Vinny and I went to the builder's show, we ended up seeing the Armada air jet drying system. They had a small demonstration, even though I hadn't seen it in an actual shower before, but I was determined to figure out exactly how to install it. I started off by just sending them the exact dimensions of the shower, and based on its square footage and the height of the ceiling, they were able to determine I needed a 24 valve. They gave me a layout that strategically placed them in different areas to help dry out the ceiling, the walls, the floors. So during the framing stage of the house is when I had access to everything to be able to install it. But don't worry, you can also do this if you're just renovating. I installed the first manifold, which holds 12 tubes up in the ceiling, and then the second manifold was actually underneath of the shower. But luckily, I would have easy access to that from the second floor. Now, essentially, all this is just long plastic tubes that you just cut to size. Each manifold can hold up to 12 of these tubes, and then a 2-inch Schedule 40 gets connected from the manifold to the blower. So once all the valves were in place, it was time to waterproof the actual ceiling because it is going to be a steam shower. And here, instead of using the Guru foam boards, we ended up using the Guru membrane. So we just applied it directly to the drywall with a modified thin set. And then here came the fun part, cutting the tile around every single one of those valves. We ended up using a hole saw and just double checking before we actually made the cut, and also prayed that the valve was at the correct depth so this would screw right on. So once we had the first few cut, we only had about 20 more to go. We also chose to install large format tile in here just so we would have minimal grout. And then the glass enclosure went all the way to the ceiling with a transom window above each of the doors. And the entire system is put on a timer so you can select how long you want it to blow. And then here's a look at the closet that we placed the 2 blowers. That's actually right underneath of the shower. So each manifold is connected with a 2-inch pipe down to a separate blower. But after each hot and steamy shower, we just turn on the blowers, and within about 10 minutes, it ends up looking like this.